course, on Pimsan TV live, and very soon so we'll be joined on Asempa and Adom TV. Rich, maybe we start to free the Italian Serie A, and we know, so football is about money. This is a list of how much the teams are spent in Italy, and how Senke draw league table with respect to what the teams are spent, how it was going to look like. Obviously, with the number of players at AC Milan for us, they are on top of the list. Almost signed 7 players, and the latest one, Yunus Musa. But before that, there was Christian Pulisic, there was Ruben Loftus-Cheek, was our team, and they are trying to build a team. And Mekache will now say right after Sandro Tonali, he can echo every Newcastle Bayern. They have to make sure say they invest in the right areas. AC Milan, they've done exactly that. Juventus are signing just 4 players this summer. And now there's report from Italy, Vage and Luca Di Marzio say Omako back actually to Arsenal, say they want to ask about Thomas Partey and they would want to get him in their team. Who's a proper fitness issues, no? And said I the best. And they want even a better player to play next to him in the Juventus team, apart from Paul Abile Pogba. Now, Frank Yani Kessiana Komo Pen, they didn't get him. They need another profile in that regard. And they've written to Arsenal and Nanopa. Sassuolo signing 9 players, but most of them in the lower leagues, same as Napoli. But Cheti Modato, Rich, AS Roma, on signing a player 1 CD cry.
Just say more, you
know. Or no, that's a good tweety, the team players, you know. Yeah. To Instagram. Yeah. And on one SRN. So Obia to play 60 million, 80 million, or only 80 million for the Halo, and on the Omoba Juma. So Roma 18 sign Ubia. Gabi was telling you about Yunus Musa. What is a Yunus is Ghanaian? I mean by maternal and paternal affiliation. Name I'm Papa Ghana for. Okay. Now the way sometimes Abrabunti, you move elsewhere to go and find greener pastures now. Ni mamni papa nya koko share mu America New York and omo wono ho bana papa no ye hard guy oko Italy eko bobra kakra no akoye adwuma ho no nti
no oti Italy
onyi nyina no otina New York kakra no akoye Italy kakra no ne bra pani nti ono ti Italy na nkasa obo osanso kotina England nti no eligible to play for the Italian junior team, eligible to play for Ghana, eligible to play for England and the USA, of course, which is about the 3 Lions of USC. No Arsenal for academy. And if you watch this picture on top, which this player, Macy Mount, Chelsea Academy, and that is Jamal Musiala. And the academy, he was the captain of Arsenal's academy. So he tells you the understanding of the language from the upbringing, he knows it, and he has gone through the ranks, and that is Yunus Musa in that regard. International Milan for every the deal for Jean Sommer from FC Bayern Munich. After Andrew Nana Koeno, they needed somebody that can play the ball out from the back, a very good sweeper, and also an excellent shot stopper. And who else than Jean Sommer, the Swiss international, and with the experience, has played at the national team level, has played at the highest level with Bayern last season, Champions League, and then again he goes to Italy to go and play for International Milan. So they have their goalkeeper in that regard. Now, that be this our story, bro.
Skamaka.
Nanka.
Tough guy.
Go for news on my review. Atlanta for Africa, West Ham for Scabibre. They've given them good money, and then they've hijacked the deal. Gianluca Scamacca from West Ham to United to team a friend Atlanta. It didn't really work out. West Ham. I say one day, David Moyes using Mikel Antonio, you know. We see the upper body strength, no matter ball long. When they play the ball long, he's able to hold that play and then bring other players into play like Gerard Bowen, Muni Ade, for them to now score goals. For Gianluca Scamacca, attacker or pay the running of the channels, no, not necessarily to hold that play to bring others into play, not necessarily the bullish type of striker or then the upper body, no be bullying comfort to win those balls. He doesn't do that. He wants you to play the ball into space. He runs onto it. This is the second time in a roller. West Ham Akofa striker Abba. In their previous teams, they were playing so well, but once they get into their team, they can't play like exactly how David Moyes episode mobile, like how he has used their striker Mikel Antonio. And it's the same for Sebastian Haller. Obama team, he could not give them what they wanted from him. And then same for Gianluca Scamacca. Scamacca is going back to Atlanta and he club Italy to go and replace Monu, for instance, striker Rasmus Hojlund. Replacing all of them. And that Jasperini You will not have to play like that.
Mon can't just have about Hojlund now, Opa Ujai.
It was a dinner Hojlund. Who can what to touch about AP?
That's all Mumbai, the only money.
So, no, so.
Mumbai didn't in the Bia. The other said, you be a bonny, you keep your son, never born. Hojlund.
It's Gianluca Scamacca, straight back to FC Atlanta. Bergamo is going to be for Atlanta. Any Bergamo, he can thrive because I don't know. He is going to play essentially as a second striker to Dusan Zapata. Over the second striker to Zapata, yeah. Then you play right behind the striker. You run those channels when he's able to win the ball and run those channels for them. See, that's what's going to happen for him. Echado. What's going on?
Well, Coffee, young cat here for say live, our Adum TV.
Yeah.
And I've had 94.7. And see, your mom in our Kwaba, Mama Johnny is here, no. So that no, you're discussing about the European transfer and also Kosunti. Mama Johnny allowed on Adum TV, Yamamo Akwaba, Adeba, and Shra Passport, Jumedia, weekend edition, Egusu de Emmamunafi, Monso Amuti live, our Asempa 94.7, Monso Yamamo Akwaba. Which
Enra, the reports from Bild Sky Germany were that Bayern for Eddie an improved offer. Was there before the normally 80 million in excess and normally 10 million add-ons, man, he had 90 year cough, a comma chairman Levy. Levy declined that offer. Now, Enra on Friday, by noon, and almost sending another offer to Chairman Levy. And in that offer, a 90 million round cash. And 10 million in add-ons, winning of the Champions League, winning of the Ballon d'Or and what's not. And the money in Abebo 100 million. For the 30-year-old English striker, Rich, I can a little less than a year, a little more than a year on the contracts. Nyami Aduma, summer 2024, Hurricane contract when Tottenham Hotspur won ever end. And a Bayern for the trauma Tottenham Hotspur say, through their intermediaries, no, they want a rating notification of either somebody accept offer away or not by close of Friday and now midnight. I didn't Saturday as it stands now. I had a report first from Bild, so I had gone back to Bild. I go back to Sky Germany. No response from Tottenham Hotspur to FC Bayern Munich. No response, and it makes me wonder, Rich. 30 years. Another player maker say Pope the most viable option for their Bayern for Peno. Bayern had Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski could give them a lot of goals in a season with more than 30, 25, 40 goals in a calendar year. Now, and only propel man to be what Champions League semi-final, final, quarter-final, and win the German Bundesliga, DFB Pokal. In Robert Lewandowski here and I so be free by mission. They tried very hard because nobody replacement for him. They couldn't have gotten Erling Haaland at the time to replace him. Lewandowski, Eka said no, he wants to go to Barcelona. And Lewandowski left for Barcelona. Now, the replacement, not necessarily like for Robert Lewandowski, our team was Sadio Mane from Liverpool. And we all know Niato Sadio Mane when he went to FC Bayern Munich. And in my own analysis, I speak about accumulated fatigue because also Sadio Mane, he had played about 5 seasons or 3 seasons before then. Meaning about 50 or more games every season. Again, how Bayern were playing under Julian Nagelsmann, he was never going to thrive at Liverpool. He was playing seemingly off Bobby Firmino, but at Bayern Munich, he was expected to get all the goals for team friend Bayern Munich. When you goals, and then the shot that broke the camel's back at last minute, the issues that happened in the Champions League, or by Manchester, or coordinating Sakoko Pim, Leroy Sané, and also, then those issues did come up. Now, Bayern's biggest deal, let's see, you've been replacing the goals of Lewandowski. Mane and Timmy and Fama, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting with Timo, and Timmy Mayesa goals, Serge Gnabry cannot give us those goals. Leroy Sané cannot give us these goals. We have the very good creators, Jamal Musiala. So obviously, Thomas Müller as a second striker, he can give you some goals and assists and create for you, but they can't give those numbers in the market now. So Obia and myself, Obia bit normal as our goals. Our South are relatively cheap in the context of getting goals and the cheapness there. Then it is Hurricane, because I also call Rasmus Hojlund who Atlanta. Rasmus Hojlund a bit more cheap in the context of Obia and Mbappe more comparatively, but only more our goals now. So also Kylian Mbappe or PSG. Kylian Mbappe can give you those goals, but it is not cheap because you have to pay 250 million. But some people with mama goals no. Relatively in this market or cheap there, then it is Harry Kane.
Or a finished product.
Or a finished product. Or goals this year. Or compare the prices no so now. And you're good enough compared to me say how Manchester City will sell Haaland, and then of course how Paris Saint-Germain will sell Kylian Mbappe. Up till now, Bavaria following a response from Chairman Levy.
But my background, Kaka.
Yeah.
Torian Fui. Yeah. No man knows 100 million.
Yeah.
That was their price tag.
Yeah.
100 million.
Yeah.
And a Bayern Munich say, yeah, mama cash down 90. Yeah, the rest, 10 million no add-ons.
Yeah.
Champions League,
yeah.
Ballon d'Or, Bundesliga, and
yeah. Yeah.
Now I could do 100 million. So now the question is that Chairman Levy, dear or can dear or pay him. Minimum Sabia, what over 100 million.
Yeah.
For Harry Kane.
Yeah.
A player, first of all, 30 years.
Yeah.
Secondly,
yeah.
Nyami Adman next year, yeah, 2024.
Yeah.
Now the contract with Torian.
Yeah.
About a year.
Yeah.
Also about 90 million cash. 10 million add-ons. Dear Omunya Chairman Levy in the Torian.
I don't know.
Papa said, I don't know how I controversial be Jean-Michel Ola Suba Nebia, my class said, and maybe the other way on the see, I don't get it.
Levy is stolen.
Serious.
Say, reports in the banner say, Obiso up 100 million. Now I begin to ask myself, what is the breakdown? And like some reporter come saying, I don't know. With respect to the breakdown, it wasn't as if say Chairman Levy up 100 million and 10 million add-ons. Like with what's the American? Because all the 90 about 10 million. Still win your response. And now midnight and EHN response. No response has come.
From Torian headquarters team. I'm gonna catch you yassin now say 100 million. And over counts Manchester call. I'm gonna catch a point blank. So Brandon, I'm gonna turn more I'm a direct competitor.
Exactly.
And to say outside England you're turn. And I'm for so okay, over turn say. And I would Daniel Levy has over turn 100 million. 100 million, we say my 90 cash. 10 million add-ons, all can give him. But minim say be unka who be piano. Yankas or Jatuana.
No, Barrett. Oh, don't know. Bayern for the response. We've not heard a response as it stands now. Maybe he has report or responded to Bayern for it directly. Okay. And Bayern have not given the information to the German media, and hence we haven't gotten it. But I'm making say, on the other side of the conversation, Minu said 90 plus 10. A good deal for a player kind of 1 year on a contract.
30 years.
Not all 30 years. He has to take it and let him go. Harry Kane, Buying team no more. I've said it several times. He gets them the goals. Sadio Mane was not that profile of player. Eric Mazin Choupo-Moting that goal getter for any team. Harry Kane gives him that. And Wachere said now, even if you want to link up play as a striker, he gives you all of that and even more as a number 9. You need more in a 4-3-3 or a 3-5-2 that Thomas Tuchel wants to play with just 2 attackers. If he wants to play Serge Gnabry and Harry Kane in front of them, he can play very well. Even if it's Leroy Sané and Harry Kane, he can do it. Let us link up and drop into the middle of the park with Jamal Muslera in those tight spaces, and then play quick combination passes so that Serge Gnabry who can run off him and Leroy Sané can make all of those darting runs there. Then Harry Kane is the man. He will give them the goals and give them a lot of balance in Champions League games. So I really do think they should force Chairman Levy and get this deal done because Harry Kane needs to go. Hojlund now be any medicals now, and he has passed. I see a deal in your Hojlund into your boy money. Hojlund your money. Which me excited about this player for 2 reasons. I know I've said it several times. One, because he's a Viking. In Europe, the countries that are in the Scandinavian areas, Sweden, Norway, all of those countries, those Vikings are very tough, physically and then even mentally, very tough people. But Rich, in context of this market, transfer market, what makes it even mind-boggling with the conversation of Hojlund, they say he moved from Stormgrass to Atlanta 18 months ago, and yet 2 years ago, 18 months ago, for 2 million euros. from Copenhagen to Stormgrass, near 1.1 million euros. Now Stormgrass to Atlanta, 2 million euros. From Atlanta to Manchester United, 75 million. Meaning percentage, no? 75 million for a player who just turned 20 years of age. And into Manchester United, a movie all the bank to get Rasmus Hojlund, or however you pronounce it, you know. It is because there's a lot of potential. Because they are not going to give you Harry Kane now, no. Then you need to go and get your option. I've said it and I'll say it again. He is not a player that will come to the Premier League and then take it by storm, saying Erling Haaland, no, because he's not a finished article. But so Upe player, the development has been very good, and that Gianluca Gasperini or Atlanta there, then this is the player. Somebody who has the intellect to learn and grow as a striker. He is the one. Again, profile of attackers, any midfielders, no, he fits it so good that if you put him in the United team, I'm sure he will fit seamlessly. And anything that make us in Eric Ten Hag's 4-3-3 up top last season. Most of the times, or try with Marcus Rashford through central areas. And we know, Rashford's best places is not through central areas. Some person will get the best out of Marcus Rashford. You play him from outside when you have a proper striker in there. Even when Cristiano Ronaldo was there, he was playing through the middle. Rashford could get some goals. It's in a game like this, you have Rasmus Hojlund staying in central areas. First of all, that aggression, that pace, and that knack to start the press. So if Eric Ten Hag wants to play on the front foot, that's also pushing any team to lead the presser. Rasmus Hojlund leads the press so well because he did it in Atlanta. Or no, any Ademola Lookman, any of course Dusan Zapata, always led the press, always push it up top anytime they were playing for Atlanta. Again, say open manager or Italian side more developing players power than is Gasperini. You can talk of Chinko Mienes, you can talk of Onua Rasmus Hojlund, Ademola Lookman, and other top players, even Dusan Zapata. Before so about Atlanta wasn't a finished article, but his game has really developed under Gasperini. When you do this, then because of the height, you know, which is 6'3", and a very good upper body, you know, if United want to go long and evade the press, you have Rasmus Hojlund to hold that play and bring others into play. Some person will run channels, no, so they're making sure your wingers will run into play there. Then Rasmus Hojlund is the man to link up play in that regard. So United don't have a finished article, but in a player with a lot of potential to fit tactically how Eric Ten Hag wants to play in his 4-3-3. And once he's in, a lot more can be done. Our Manchester United team. Now, right after the Hojlund deal is done, now there is the need for Sofiane Amrabat. But there's a big problem with Amrabat.
Because of Bayern?
Yeah. There's a big problem. And I don't know, Athletic Go reported. Dimazu is reporting. I said it and I've said it time again. Amrabat's inclusion of Man United team, you know, is for a specific job. And it's about controlling the tempo of the game. Midfielders be say cruise, man. The game goes through them. On the best show, say team ember fast or slow. You control the tempo of the game. How to even manipulate the press. He does it so well because he is a very good, very secure in possession. And they say you rob him off the ball. And that's what United needs. Casemiro is a wonderful number 6, but not essentially a tempo controller in the middle of the park. Bruno Fernandes is a good number 8 and a good number 10, but doesn't hold on to the ball for long to bait the press. Same for Mason Mount, for McTominay and Fred, they are not even on that level. And that's exactly what Sofiane Amrabat gives you. Apart from Amrabat, on the ball, management of the tempo of the game, so probably a very good ball winner alongside Casemiro that Amrabat gives you. You can play them in a double 6, then you don't have a problem. In the middle of the park, make sure you play Amrabat. Any advantage your friend Casemiro in the middle of the park, so that you have a number 10 right in front of them. It can be Mason Mount if you want, or Bruno Fernandes, or the captain of the side. These two are always very aggressive to win the ball. In the world of football, one of the best possession winners, no, is Casemiro, who at the highest level before. And then we saw Amrabat when he played for Morocco. One of the best players you can get in that position. But again, Rich, Bayern for them who say no. They themselves, they need a number 6. I'm say nah. Team they need a proper number 6. Amrabat and pre-season friendly games at Fiorentina in the last 2 games. No, he is waiting. Saudi Arabia deal about. He said no because Manchester United in a din commodity have catch any so penal. But per his entourage and his people, they know that Bayern is an equally good team that offers him a chance to proper silverware in Europe. It's Semanyan in term, that's a Bayern bar, he may move away from it, and that's how important Sofian Amrabat is. I just want you to watch this video. Look at how he turns around. He had an opportunity to pass, but Abraham air pressing, calms the ball down, finds the best option. That is the importance of Sofian Amrabat. And Bayern needs him. For Kimmich, he is also not a possession controller to say Amrabat. Also, Obi to say Leon Goretzka. Goretzka is a good CM, but essentially doesn't have the same skill set of Amrabat. And Amrabat pick passes now seamlessly. The pass selection, one of the best set Thomas Partey. And if you have him, look at this part. You can't run him off the ball. Defensively very solid. Also very good and secure on the ball anytime you have it on it. And we saw the off the ball experts in Morocco 4-1-4-1 in the World Cup. Very, very, very good under Walid Belgragri. It was 4-1-4-1. And if you play him and the Manchester United, whether in a 4-2-3-1, a variation of it or the 4-1-4-1 off the ball, he can give you a lot more. And they know they want to get that job done. So Sofian Amrabat, United needs to get that job done quickly. And yes, idea trouble will loom for Manchester United, because Bayern are in there.
Well, Katuli Muhammad say, I doubt this Ramos guy. Why not Goncalo Ramos? I don't know Ramos need
Rasmus Hojlund.
Hojlund no
only him only.
So I had na bibia new about him.
About Rasmus Hojlund. Oh. Say we didn't see Rasmus Hojlund is a finished article. But when you reach, when the scout watch players, sometimes they watch with data inside, sometimes also with the eye test. Usually with eye test, no, experienced scouts make my catch say, oh, wait here, ni ceiling no, Andrew way. Or a lot more ceiling to grow into. So yes, Gonzalo Ramos is a good striker, equally very good striker, but he has a lower ceiling compared to Rasmus Hojlund. Rich, this is a very funny report, Kaka. Whilst Momo Pe Amrabat to come into your team now, Bayern force okay, he is also a player that they are watching. There are reports that Manchester United will maybe turn to Leon Goretzka and add him to the midfield play. I don't think that he really fits what you want for him, because even at Bayern, almost a different player than him. Barcelona for one more pay update. It's friend is Emilia Rich, more Etona, more our prisons on them. All of them they keep on asking for updates, but really there is nothing about Barcelona Rich. There is no money to go and buy Bernardo Silva. Yes.
Pep Guardiola say, "Samu pe Bernardo Silva." Say the team biya no. Montreal na family.
Exactly.
Yeah, pa Brandon na your official.
Yeah.
Almost in Konya then.
Yeah.
Mark Brandon what but the boss at the end is Kasem na.
Oh, that's all.
The problem is money.
They do not have the financial means to get a job done. And even without Osman Dembele, he can never ban the car. And you need never Barcelona honor. With the wages of Bernardo Silva, Barca's registration of players na issue. Now, which Nipa go pushing deal Nipa Bernardo Silva here. She is a big fan of Ibiza and Spain on him, and she would have loved sending husband to back on him. You know, Bernardo Silva is much more laid back as a person. So when the woman speaks, she listen. Of course, that's what should be happening. And say all pushes are doing this. Almost why I relax. Say me kwa. Give me free Barca for one home buy, and that's exactly what person Barca audio number. That's what Pep is saying over here. Say Eyesika, it is open Bernardo Silva. They are so bring the money and then buy.
Why you Pep Guardiola on Bernardo Silva? Charlie.
Okay.
Name say, and I don't know, but the mommy try say. Minimal
It's on the part of Manchester City. They have signed the young Croat Josko Vardiol. I'm sure Vardiol also will come and give us a school on senior pronouncing it. But I love the unveiling video from Manchester City, and I want us to watch that unveiling video first before we even go on. Who is it? Josko Vardiol's name is just like saying a Pep Echronidin Guardiola. And just when Pep Guardiola wanted to write the name on the marker board, he went in there and then wrote Vardiol, sort of. Ocho Vardiol now, then he cleans the final A na set to then brings O, increase the A, then it becomes Vardiol. Which Pep left-footed centre backs me did. I keep on asking myself, tactically, what may be the reasons until Pep Guardiola is also another left-footed centre back? Now, in the list of Manchester United centre backs throughout last season and now Guardiola, they have Ruben Dias, who is more right-footed. There is Aymeric Laporte, one of the best left-footed centre backs on the ball. The whole of last season. Time and Pep saw no person more in a 3-back without the ball and stay in a 3-box straight shape, impressing and making sure he controls the game. Aymeric Laporte was never conceded. Again, inside game Nankasano, he also had a left-footed player in Nathan Ake, who can play at left back and also at left centre back. Now, our John Stones, right-footed, deputy to almost Ruben Dias, but was playing in those games, then Manuel Akanji. Sisiwa or the Josko Vardiol account. He is the best centre-back prospect in Europe this year. Undoubted. There is no centre-back at age 21 or less, or between the ages of 20 and 24, as good as him, especially from left side of play. Nobody. And Pep has gone to RB Leipzig, but 2 years cannot offer Josko Vardiol Babishim. Vardiol at age 17, no Obama Dynamo Kiev first team. At age 19, Obama Croatia national team at age 19. So it tells you, so from time Oyakon, everybody could spot how good he was. My problem, and they say, Ake is an equally good left-footed centre-back. Aymeric Laporte is not getting some of the game to play. Why is Pep Guardiola so interested in him? And the answer is very simple. The progressive career of Josko Vardiol. See, you say left-footed centre-back. You're progressive enemy. We have been pressed by Arsenal, Brighton and Hove Albion. Almost pressing 1v1. Now see a centre back obey me alpha ball na tune na so. No a pager ball na carry and the economy beat the press 1, 2 or 3, then find very good passing options. Josko Vardiol is the man. He is up there with the very best in terms of progression of the pass. Laporte is slightly below him. Pau Torres is in there. Wesley Fofana also very good carrier of the ball. But Vardiol is essentially one of the best in terms of progressive carries. Ake is not in that region. Same for Laporte. Now, again, throughout last season, Kama Pep won a 3-box midfield 3. Box midfield 3. And when we say the 3-box midfield 3 now, you play with 3 centre backs at the back. Then you have a midfield box. I want to say, because there are 2 at the base and 2 at the top, then you have 3 attackers. So we saw say most of the times it was Akanji, Ruben Dias, and Nathaniel Ake in that 3 at the back. No? Then the box midfield we're going to have John Stones, Rodri. Then on top you have Bernardo Silva and Ike Gundogan. Then the 3 at the top will be Bernardo Silva, Erling Braut Haaland, then Jack Grealish, and Oshohan. Now what you want to say, this makes you secure on the ball. Now Pep say who ball against strikers be to say Saka. Who ball against strikers be to say Mohamed Salah. Who ball against wingers be to say Sadio Mane. Who ball against very good wingers be a very good 1v1 to say Neymar mo, to say Ousmane Dembele mo. Say Ujai fullback man. Obi to say Kyle Walker. Only very good in terms of 1v1 defending. Ousmane Dembele will beat him 1v1. So Pep says, fine. Me pe centre backs on me a very, very good centre backs who can come and defend wide areas. Intiene says Josko Vardiol start here. Vardiol just jumps into this wide area. Defense 1v1 if Saka is coming with the ball. Vardiol drops into the wide area, same as Akanji on this side. Defense with Gabriel Martinelli, because he's a good 1v1 defender. He's also natural in defending wide areas, and they are also excellent on the ball and can progress the ball forward. That's exactly what you get from these midfielders. Since Pep said, regardless of the money, he has gone to RB Leipzig, paid the big bucks to go and get Abrantia, your friend Josko Vardiol, and he's in there. The comparison of Josko Vardiol with Nathan Ake on the statistical level, Ake about 1,135 minutes for Man City last season. Vardiol about 2,298. You remember, for Pep Guardiola last season, nobody was really the number 1. It was in the Champions League more, but in the Premier League there were a lot of rotations. The progressive passing, Vardiol, Elosho, Echen, Nathan Ake. If it is green, it tells you how good both of them were. Carry any dribbling volume. The number of times someone carry ball, and you come and the most times, Vardiol had it. Link up play volume. So then linking the defense and the midfield, and then also to the attack, Vardiol was on top. Ball retention, I told you. So with an upper body strength, difficult for you to rob him off the ball. Vardiol was also top. The ball recoveries and interception, Vardiol slightly on top than Nathan Ake. The disruption of opposition movements, Vardiol was better than Nathan Ake. The defending intensity, Vardiol. Almost every metric, apart from the defensive impact and then the aerial draws, although with Ake's size, very, very good in terms of aerial draws, he was better. So essentially, when you say Pep Eba to Ake actually, not or the Vardiol about shame. But what it means for specific games, either Vardiol or Nathan Ake. And so watch the Pep teams at first, see Oshetua or Betima. This time he is strengthening the defensive aspect of the game to make sure he doesn't concede a lot more, and that is what they are doing in that regard. If you compare him to the other midfielders of Man City, in terms of dribbling, Ruben Diaz is on top, Nathan Ake, John Stones, Manuel Akanji, and Vardiol. So it tells you that Pep wants defenders who are very, very good dribblers and can get the job done and be press resistant. Now in Pep's team, apart from say Chelsea, this boy Michael Olise, Pep also needs to replace Riyad Mahrez. And if you want a better profile in replacing Riyad Mahrez, I think say Olise is an excellent profile. Ultimately from out wide. He can also play in central areas. He can dictate the pace of the game. He can make sure say Oba inside as an interior in those left and right half spaces. He influences a lot more to get a job done. And Pep is really, really interested in him. Which who would have thought saying Arsenal best is our goalkeepers? From Aaron Ramsdale to Abrante Feni, David Raya. Right? Mikel Arteta has proven time and again say Upe Obia Wesunya DNA power under the feet of Pep Guardiola, then he's the one. And Rich, do you know why I always see this? One of the things that Pep Guardiola and the squad preparation and development. Pep doesn't wait till one goalkeeper Essa and San were replacing and now one player. If you are his player, he looks at your faults. You are told to solve those problems or find a better competition for you. Now, Arsenal want to play a certain way. If you look at Aaron Ramsdale issues in terms of shot stopping, the issues in terms of distribution from long passes, they have gone to Brentford and gone to ask Brentford for 27.5 million. Mind you, he was a goalkeeper not buying for Pedepa until he made it vocal and clear say he wants to stay in England and play for Arsenal. At shot stopping, Ramsdale is at 0.90. Abrante David Raya is at 8.94. Shot handling, he is at 2.00. Whilst Abrante Ramsdale 0.27. Claiming of the crosses. Sweeping ability, and Abrante Ramsdale is better than him because the teams are always going to push up if you are playing for Arsenal. Distribution is way better. And I'm personally very sure Arsenal for a turn for distribution. See ball long balls, very, very important. And you have a game, preview of Sa game, of Nyamiad Mochina game, and then we'll look at it. This is a video of Abrante David Raya, the distribution. Rich, it's beautiful. Pinpoint distributions, from goalkeeping department on them. Or Tuno Boasia then finds a player and get that job done for Arsenal Football Club. Now, in terms of the transfers, Gavi they said this: Chelsea air per cash injection from Aris. And Chelsea have now gotten the permission to do the redevelopment of Stamford Bridge. In the redevelopment, Chelsea doesn't want to use cash from the internally generated fund. They want external cash injection, and Aris for are known to be a company. Almost a lot of these things, and they've done that with Miami Heat, and that's what Chelsea wants them to do. I think there's a step in that direction and a good one. So, all the English Premier League teams are the only team on any game again from now till the time of when the first match for English Premier League, Chelsea Football Club, and Mauricio Pochettino has said it. Every team here will play either a friendly game or a competitive game before their first game or English Premier League game. But Mauricio Pochettino said, only Chelsea baby to do England, Omo training Enura Friday and they'll train again and then Saturday. Now we Chelsea here. You should know say Enura in Kuku training, but not with the first team. And then, of course, Chelsea have made it clear that the injury issues are just precautionary. After the scans, he is not going to be out for a very long time. But for him to be very sure and on a precautionary level, he will sit out in the game against Liverpool, or maybe, but subsequently, he will be able to play in that regard. It looks as if everything is done. Gavi showed you a video of this goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez, our Chelsea. The job is simple. They want competition for Kepa. He's also a very good distributor. Again, Makacho said Graham Potter, backroom staff, goalkeeper. Ben Roberts is still at the club, and he is the one that pushed for him to join the team. He is already a player for Chelsea Football Club in the run. And already, Abante friend Axel Desasi has come in. And now he said a lot of nice things about Chelsea. Osio Yakrano, not Oshe Marcel Desailly. And he plays like Marcel Desailly. When you say Marcel Desailly, a legend of Chelsea Football Club, and he wants to play like Marcel Desailly, we'll wait to see. We have mentioned the qualities of our bright friend Axel Desasi, and upper body strength also. Area ability, one of the best. Except Robin off the ball in terms of area duels, he is the best in that regard. He is also very good, equally good. Not as good as Thiago Silva, Debiameka on the ball. The best, one of the best young French players ever team. Chelsea has a very, very good French connection. So once he's coming in, acclimatization, so fitting, will not be a big deal for him. And it looks as if he's going to fit in. And it is off the back of Abante friend Wesley Fofana Pra. Club, he is a good player, a very good centre back. At his age, he will give a lot more to Chelsea Football Club. And the qualities are there for everybody to see. Defending of corner kicks, attacking corner kicks on the opposing half. Axel Desasi is one of the players that Chelsea are hoping some they'll count on. This is a graph of how Axel Desasi compared to Chelsea 3 other young centre backs. First of all, a level cool. On all the metrics, a coded blue. Benoit Belashi, the metrics coded red. Then Axel Desasi, a coded green. You can see it's almost fitting just by each other. In area duels, Abante Feno, level cool, and so the best. Once he plays with Benoit Belashi fits in there and he becomes a perfect player in that regard. If you watch in duels percentage, the two, level cool and Axel Desasi, on the ground are the best as compared to Benoit Belashi. So if those two play, they fit seamlessly else regarding in defensive actions. Benoit Belashi and Axel Desasi are the best in that regard. When you talk about passing and on the ball, of course, you himself level cool better than the two. And the closest Benoit Belashi, we saw it again last season. In some person control possession on the ball. Two of the best young centre backs who can dictate that pace, Axel Desasi and Benoit Belashi, first level call and Benoit Belashi. Then of course you see the defensive carrying, blue code and level call, and Abante your friend Axel Desasi, very very good. So it means that the 3 young centre backs, in all the metrics, they fit each other seamlessly. And anytime I those two pairings, Thiago Silva, when you once you do those pairings right, you get 2 pair of those 2 centre backs who can do either things: carrying of the ball, passing, aerial duels, ground duels. And Chelsea, you can see the reason it's here. They went to use data in picking these players to get a job done. The Axel Desasi is in. Now, to the issues that we'll constantly be talking about. The conversation of Moises Caicedo.
And it's a message way. Gilbert Excel.
Yeah.
As a Richard, Chelsea fans are tired of Moises Caicedo transfer. Brighton should keep their player. Simple. Oh, my bread. And now I say, what I say, I say, Tintin Twine. Brighton for no phone player.
No, my bread. Honestly, tell baby.
There's still no update.
There's no update. Yeah. So one mechanic will ask you, so we told them, say the end there's no update. No update on Moises Caicedo.
After the old man say,
yeah.
First bra.
Yeah.
100 million.
And Brighton for any push and come the information but to media. They want a replacement too. And I want some better replacement and answer say Caicedo be call. In general, BBC be reported say Brighton for said they will not let the boy go if the season starts. Chelsea have heard them. Again, Todd Boehly has said they will get a deal done. So that is it with Brighton and Hove Albion and Chelsea. But Rich, there's a big game. and let's do this pre-match analysis. I think that this weekend, yes, starting season there, the boys have to be able to win something. And to Mr. joining us, come and join us either on PEMSA Dom TV, of course on Facebook, so or on radio. Join us and then you enjoy analysis in about the next 10 minutes. Then you get some good money. The first thing that is a little bit worrying for any investor behind that game, and they say, Man City don't seem to be winning the Community Shield a lot. The last Community Shield against Liverpool, last one, almost lost by 3-1. Before then, they had played another one in August 2021, and also almost lost to Leicester City by 1-0. Say you see Community Shield in there about the last 2 or 3 times, and Man City are in there. They find it difficult to win. But why Man City able game? It is Arsenal Football Club. In the last 19 meetings since Pep Guardiola Bayern, team are watching the power. Hey Arsenal. Yes, watching 16 out of 19 times. Rich, 16 times out of 19. And a Man City Asha Arsenal. Since Pep Guardiola became the manager of the club. And Nonko Danchen, that's 19 times not in a bone. Was on an aggregate of 21-4. It means that there are always a lot of goals from the side of Manchester City. It means that the Man City Arsenal, they usually have a lot of confidence. But mind you, even in the last 1 year, was on it 3 times. And it was under Mikel Arteta. And this is the strongest side of the Arsenal team in recent times. Mikel Arteta being the manager, FA Cup Osheno, Okokosheno Emirates, Osanso Kwawe, Ewo the Etihad, in a title decider, Esanso Sheno. So Pep seems to find a way to beat Arsenal Football Club so much. But I have watched the 2 teams closely in preseason, and that is where I want to start the analysis from. First, for Arsenal's own game, no more. I want to use 2 games or more in preseason. First of all, to analyze their build-up, and the game against Monaco and Barcelona, also about Barcelona, and then we win a very, very aggressive game, and again recently against Monaco. Now I want you to watch this video. Arsenal trying to build up from the back. I don't know, say almost intentionally in a catcher Monaco for some pressure on hard because they know they are going to play Man City and they'll be very good in pressing them. When Arsenal are playing throughout last season, it was a regular 4-3-3. Now. In a different profiles, Kakra.
Now, Arsenal for no more per club, pressure on I don't want to see Brighton.
Some Monaco, friends, and Barca pressure. And sometimes it was almost a share toward them the data. So Brighton are available, don't want to win anymore.
Every club no more competing beer.
No much means I don't mind.
Or into every club, they be Arsenal.
But
the teams I can say, if you know more. America will be an answer. Competing kitwebi.
Say you not correct gives them for more Emirates Cup.
Did you say for Brighton?
No more.
So that's it. Remember the same team no more match.
Yeah.
Come City say no. Now and no one who say okay, me team.
You need to go and
ready. You went to win City for now, but Monaco
last match. Arsenal were playing in a 4-3-3 with Aaron Ramsdale as the goalkeeper. 4 and 5. Most of the times was Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes until say Saliba baby Pry. Then you have Alexander Zinchenko, then Ben White. In the middle of the pack was Thomas Partey over there. Then you get Odegaard over here. Then Xhaka as a 3 midfielders. Up top, Gabriel Martinelli, Saka, and then Gabriel Jesus. Now a lot of changes have come. First of all, with respect to team news, and say Gabriel Jesus is not going to play this game because they go to Ghanaian Saka. And Pep has asked him to go for another procedure. Mikel Arteta, sorry. Again, in the middle of the pack, Yenim said Sakako. And Arsenal have bought Declan Rice. I am very confident. Say Arsenal would play Thomas Partey and Declan Rice together in this game. And I'll tell you why tactically. Also, Julian Timber was playing as a makeshift left back in that game against Monaco. If he wants to play him and get a lot of defenders at the back, in Pep's box midfield box trainer, he can get that same shape with Alexander Zinchenko or Ben White inverting into the middle of the pack. I think that's how it's going to be. 3 at the back with Arsenal when they have the ball, with Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes. And for me, a kamikaze of a centre back, Rolls-Royce centre back, Saliba. one of the best. If you mention Valdiol, you will mention Saliba in that regard. And once he's at the back, he gives them a lot of control. With Gabriel Magalhaes, Alexander Zinchenko, or Julian Timber. Then once Ben White able to invert or Hasino, depending on if Alexander Zinchenko will invert or Ben White will do the inversion, you have a base of Thomas Partey, any Abatia, your friend Benjamin White. What this does, they say a more security on the ball. Partey ain't bad in terms of ball retention. Excellent ball retainer. Or making sure of finding the best pass angles, so any pass channels in this area as well. But you want to be much more secured. So you add Abrantia, your friend Ben White or Alexander Zinchenko. Again, Thomas Partey pay. So on you too careful with the passes. Especially when he's playing for Arsenal. He wants the best passes. Dangerous passes, no, to create very good opportunities. And a lot of midfielders will not do. They can rest a little bit more careful with his passes. So once you do that, you have somebody more careful. The other one who takes the most risks on the ball, maybe pay the most risks, no, and that's what who Partey is. They can rise add to it. Now say Arsenal build up from the back. Like this video, and this is where the analysis starts properly. If Arsenal are building up from the back like this against Monaco, let's say Monaco pressing out, then there is a mistake here and they lose the ball. Now look at the Declan Rice's defensive action in this regard. Once the ball is lost, somebody quickly, that is Declan Rice. Nipa, see a ball on the future. Man City air pressing, but we want to be quick enough on the counter press. No better trigger in the quick counter press. Declan Rice is that man. So I'm very confident in terms of reception of the ball in central areas. So once you have Declan Rice and Thomas Partey, you have two very good players on the ball and two excellent manipulators of the press. Declan Rice and of course Thomas Partey in that regard in El Honum. And that's exactly what Arsenal want to do. Again, I saw that against FC Barcelona. Arsenal were not playing like Arsenal. And this is exactly what I mean by Arsenal were not playing as Arsenal. In that game, I bet your friend Kai Havertz started. And every time we are now almost dropping two of their midfielders, that is Thomas Partey coming to receive the ball. Now it's a trigger quickly for Kai Havertz to also drop in those zones, receive the ball, and then pass quickly onto Abrantia, your friend Julian Timber, to move the ball up top. Once Declan Rice is in that hole, you will have Declan Rice, Thomas Partey receiving those balls in very good areas and then beating the press of Manchester City. And a possible game prediction. So in the lineup, possibly you are going to get once Gabriel Jesus is out, then Kai Havertz is in there. Now, what does it mean? Kai Havertz height. I don't think it's a game of Robon Ketia. I think that he will play Kai Havertz as a false nine. He can play Ketia to give him the goals, but Monsieur Barcelona game no. It pointed drew my attention to something. Yeah.
No, you said in Ketia.
Exactly.
Man result.
Yeah, he did.
And it's so on saying, why don't you use him?
And this is why.
Make Harvard, the Debian catcher will be Sabrantino. On sudden, you go put us. Yeah, we have all born of number 9. But on your Brantiao, wait to do any actions to say when the game gets tough. Goals.
Yeah, but
he's not your player.
Even when Nketiah was in Arsenal team last season, when you have more goals than Gabriel Martinelli. So I don't think the Arsenal are looking for goals essentially from Kai Havertz. As a fan, you can ask for that. But he, as a tactician, who wants something else. And this is what I'm thinking.
But Kofi, over to us, but on say, game in the on say, near the Biana, Ebi will be a striker because goes on Kwana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes then also the material.
Exactly.
A player like Edin Ketia, yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Timer, not Gabriel Jesus in the honor. One she goes in be but what is input?
Yeah, very good input.
I know the mass.
Very good hold-up player. Excellent player in terms of hold-up.
And compared to that of Havertz.
Yeah. No,
that's how Obobo I say, so you come something to call Francie.
Like I said.
Ubamyang. Born as well more. Not gentle be more to train it. Oh, massa.
But
more than Ketia, boy, more than Ketia.
Well, fine. What's about Edin Ketia? A very good option for him. Edin Ketia, a very good option. But Rich, I really do think that in this match we start Kai Havertz. And being that, me catch you say, me case study for the analysis of that game. On the Arsenal perspective, Monaco game the Barcelona game. Now, who should that game we are? Arsenal seem to be going wrong. Anytime the Barca for pressure centrally and Chebono, Arsenal will try to play out on the back. or tries to ball in feature, Basa for pressing here. Then he goes long from Aaron Ramsdale. In this game, it was Gabriel Jesus who was there. Anytime I call long there, Gabriel Jesus was able to influence the play, win the possession because Leandro Trossard more than chain. Gabriel Martinelli were close to him. They were able to pick up the piece and get the job done. Now, if you want to go long, then your player is not Edin Ketia. So it's all long balls. Echo over the pressure because City did same to them. Omoko Etia no more 1v1 press. Omo mark him 1-for-1 all across the field of play. City went long to Ellen brought Haaland. Now this time, they may also want to go long to Abante friend Kai Havertz. So Kai Havertz is a big, lanky and tall. Obet me hold the play. Then the other players around him can pick up that ball and influence that play in that regard. Now, quickly on the side of team, my friend of Barcelona, Manchester City. Rich, Man City are not going to change too much. This is the game against Bayern. Man City are on the ball. You can see clearly 3 midfielders, 3 defenders at the back. Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, and then clearly Kyle Walker. And 3 at the back. Now, in the middle of the park, you can see Nyamika again on the tactical board, which is Man City's 4-3-3 to start the game essentially. But it becomes a 3 at the back like this with a box midfield 4. I say then 3 at the top exactly, and that's exactly what is shown in this video. 3 center backs at the back, then 2 midfielders holding the base. John Stones, Rodri most of the times, then Rico Lewis in this game, and then Abante Feli Bernardo Silva forming a midfield of 4. Then up top you are going to get the attackers. That's what they want to do. So as now for instance, we will come in and press. He will go long to Ellen brought Haaland. Very, very direct. We are going to see those rotations again, over and over again from the wide areas. Because so Bernardo Silva from the right, he will always invert into central areas. And as an interior, I was our left and right half spaces, especially this left half space between the outside center back and the full back. This is what he wants to do. Now I'm waiting for the battle between Obetise Gabriel Magalhaes and Bernardo Silva.
Well, invite you for near her for no. Now also be my prediction. Yeah. Nyame admo chana community shield no. Man City. Abo Asra. We did say looking at the 2 teams no. When I am game ni winner. Also images the winner. Man City na Arsenal for message libra. Then come from because man for say we them say avalanche of goals. Arsenal for the Diego mo papa 5-6. Hey. Aye. Katuri Mohamed o say Allen Haaland best 3. Yeah, the message no crowd I'll say Allen Haaland best 3 now. There's one other player they can't hold me but me player concern be enquire say my other person me message now. It's on the other side again Emma Renfrew Pep Guardiola to Mateo Kovacic ever see any team this season. So it means that Ope very good press resistant players want to me carry ball on the come anymore. Kovacic is one of them, and alongside Rodri and Fifi on them. And this is where the game is going to be very important. Okay, I'll say Alvarez. Julian Alvarez and Subeshe Breeze. 9-5. 5-0. Do it 3-2. 9-5. That's not the amount for you in the crowd. Also, Diana. Mutia, Nasra City. But goes the Beba. This game, the first bet is maybe over 1.5 over 2.5. Beba. Okay. Over 1.5. Surest. First half, probably no go. First half, game is just a very, very, very tough. No go. But essentially, at the end of the game, and over 1.5 will be there. Now, in my opinion, Arsenal seem to have a settled defense now. In 2 games, now before time as Saliba playing. In Saliba's absence, you could tell Arsenal were lacking something. Okay, mistake now. Rob Holding, Kevin De Bruyne shares and go, and that started it. Now they have a certain Rob Holding, William Saliba. Again, it looks as if a Man City the community shoulder. You don't seem to like it like that. Players are Pep Guardiola Befield the crown. Let's say, are you so interested in community shield, sir? It is all your investors so Ukocha. You should be very careful because these are games that maybe you should go in and stay for the goals. Over SB and SB, then you stay away from it. But if I'm looking at this game closely, I think I'll put my money on Arsenal. I'll put my money on Arsenal. Emmanuel Jamin say Man City 4, Arsenal 1. Nana Kwame, JD no say Arsenal win. Kwesi the rich the balance, Man City 2, Arsenal 3. I think Opoku Mensa, I think Man City 3, Arsenal 1. And a message now for the Basa. And say, Nana Yao, Kwabena Yenim, or say, 2-2, about 2-2, 90 minutes.
2-2, 90 minutes.
Now, Arsenal win on penalty 6-5. Aye, on no side, who give no. I appear to say Man City will win. Will tell me, I say, Rich, I don't want a noisy neighbors to win.
I will be United.
Yeah, they are noisy neighbors, I don't get trouble. But I'm the man for the messages now. Okay. Friend Rich Elliot Tesman, I'll say City 2, Arsenal 1. And Leonard Nyako, I'll answer 2, Man City 1.
Yeah. I think everybody agrees a goes Beba.
Yes, goes Beba. Two teams will be able to go.
Both teams will score. There will be at least over 1.5 or now. I say Man winning, and that's where there's a problem, and that's what we are saying. Say giving Arsenal for hunger, and then how Manchester City for Amsterdam prioritize the community shield. No? It looks as if Arsenal will have a slight edge over Man City and with this one in the community shield. Nyamiad much marriage.
Nana, I say City 4, Arsenal 1, Adjaman Gideon, Arsenal 3, City 2. Deku, I say Pep won't take this game serious. And also the Abraham Shaba Kwame. I say Arsenal win. But Isaac, I say Arsenal 2, Man City 0. Nana Kofi, Man City will win by 6 goals to 0. I say, Akwata Arsenal. Asamo Michael, I say Partey to score the winning goal. Okay. I was a message out there, Abraham. No. Ogu Seku, Sunny. I say City Basha 10 Abba.
Outrageous.
Oh, all right. I do the message on the Abraham, so no. I start with GH, say this time round City will win. Your tag, I say City will lose by 2 goals to 1. And also at the Abba. Adina or Ben David. Rich. Have you noticed that you will not win the community shield, don't play? Okay, I'll say, have you noticed that whoever wins the community shield, don't play well in the league that year? I know,
yeah.
Said the better community shield be ano.
Usually don't play well.
Yeah.
Last season, clear cut example in Liverpool. The season before, near Leicester City. Time at Chelsea, Koji treble by Man United, be share and community shield. No, they were not the best in the league, so it happens. There's a terrain. Sir.
Christian Yankee, our Dad City 1 and therefore Arsenal straight win. Okay. Emmanuel Johnson account the back of the amount. Nana Samuel Mensa Orlando. Also a share from Doma. Okay, thank you. Kwabena Esiama from Pon say woto tomorrow. Man City will win by 6 goals to 0. No, they are paying. Manuel Mensa say Man City 1, Arsenal 3. And also at the arena Nana Dankwa City 2, Arsenal 5. Leo Max, I say we will win City. I really love your show. And also at the arena coffee. You're wrapping up nothing.
Yeah.
Yentuaso and so I will because if you so and some and some ho pap anti. You're wrapping up.
I think that on the community show that we've been clear. Say goals will come over 1.5 most likely.
Okay.
Maybe in the first half goals be very much, so you can go under 1.5 in the first half. But essentially, in my opinion, Oshodi Arsenal for are hungry to beat Manchester City. I think that at least on the game back extra time, or they'll get to win this game in that regard. Generally, yeah, trying say Harry Kane the only go through for FC Bayern Munich because as a football fan, there a person Harry Kane echo winning some trophies on the part of Chelsea. Money has come in and everything is fine. See, Monday when we come back, we'll do a review of everything that happened over the weekend.
Friend Rich Elliot Tasman, I have never seen City being serious about community shield before like this time. So I'm going for Arsenal 1, City 2. I see yes or no, yeah, drink say Pep Guardiola will be a community shield on Shedda and Valunisa. But this time, who be? So about one first 11 and about 2-1. Now, more Mubusa, Moise Cassado, Mr. Mo. Moise Cassado update to one say for 100 million never general. And no, I don't know. And you want Mubusa Moise Cassado. The only year with the mama, I branch is 100 million. Into the Oba said, I buy mission for I don't know. 90 plus 10 add-ons.
No,
it's most no. ebi ase 80B plus 20 million add-ons and 90 plus 10 million add-ons.
Now we have.
Any day, Yura Tony Buno Jinsika. Simple na offer more scarce do the call. And yes, idea this year no addict.
Na 90 plus 10 for more scarce. I feel that which.
And the Munja.
Is it serious?
Except my two on that dynamic catcher. Is there football myself?
One is saying.
Myself football.
Yeah.
As a man of cocaine was wear pepe. Myself football. Say replace your Tom 100 million. My sky said 100 million. As a man of time and Kawin 30, 25.
Yeah, 25.
Oh, cause on Fabian Kawa now, cover $1. Alright, so as of 4.5 weekend edition of Instructor Passports and a good day, Emamo live on Pimsan TV, Facebook in 104.5 FM for our message no, and Branafi Yentroso, and so Emfa Emamo. I also be able to bomb Subos CA. It's Bromsey. I should read my message, Tom. Asana straight win. Okay. All right, my message no. But that's a part. All right. I'm also now. I'm able to say a face some nasty and so Eddie free a campaign. I'm say free a break a kenny. Yedi home comma 4 GPS centers. If I didn't name say Ghana Premier League no at a point and another season a check. If we be 6-7 years at the Benano. I don't share them who's a man for Costadium Papa. I could share in Ghana Premier League, no. And then a man shall passport team, no. Yet, I say, I could find you, and so the buy yet Trinidad Phil GPS centers. Phil GPS centers. In Nana, ye Pequia. Ever Fasona, a man for a close to the various stadiums. Now, from so I could share in games are. Ye bo and so our ho. Now, if I ye come mountain, and a kind of food in common and. If I ever such a year, no, you're in General Santa region, you call the other regions, and so I know what you doing. Come on, why I'm so Stadium. Now, Ocean research now, yeah, now, as soon as they did kind pano, I'm for say there's no quality in our league. I don't see an among Stadium, and soon games, you know, and so our Gan Hase. None of the Hasbrook board member, Yara Vincent Odote Soa. And so I would Jumedian as in fact, you real Jumediano. I will a year and crying. On a Jumedian nano, and so the banner I will a year Labadi Bichota. On nobody a cocklamasi Jumediano, and so our ho. Now Jumediana say, and you're a year Vincent or the Tesoa at the same way at the Tudor.
When you rank of the reasons why people don't go, what was the top one? Quality. What is quality? Quality is fit for purpose. Our football, what's your guy from NHYIRA from? When you spoke to me, our football is not fit for purpose. A lot of the issues we've raised are symptoms of an underlying problem. When people go to the stadium, they are competing with their social time. People want to be entertained. Why are we not being entertained? Our football is not fit for purpose. The issues you see about officiating, the issues you see about security, the issues you see in the fans are symptoms of the underlying product. If we are able to realize that this is the core of the problem, all the other things we are speaking to will come out.
Okay, and I know a board member at the House of Folk. Honorable Vincent Odotoy Sowa. And now, or this son, no answer the Tuga, our Jumadino Asia, Ekoye, and so our a year and kind. It was say as one in the Naya, and as some way crown were counting share from Spain. Sir Osha Ghana Premier League Nan Casana Yabona. Sir Obi in Yanopa, Anavia. Uncle Stadium now so Uncle Hebono, or Quadian or Quay. Because the entertaining aspect of the game, and there's no quality in a league. Uncle Stadium on the Sabi. Every crown I have ya. Chong, was a big ground go ye. Over watch you hot and tan. Dear never candy pano. I'm gonna castle sorry if you fear. No so Stadium, Aqua Ghana Premier League. And of fruit say you're born I bono. And I league in totality as a fit for purpose. I don't couldn't change. Any papa bakwa. If I football administrators bakwa. I respect him so much. I am young Casa my own. No answer Muntagbe. I don't super PM I would Mediana say. Now I be Clemente mama kwa bana se bibia bokɔ de.
Nyame adom bia bokɔ.
On say yen company ye chance ye pa no. The first question I am for bisa say ye league aye boy. Say him say aye bet power for ne do mi sika bechim. And in the contract of money every for the sign no. Ne say bet power for ne say omu yi $1 million bi dia to ho. Omu bi bo league in ho dahuru. Na ebi so ho no ma class no sabre kwa no mfre no say BBBB
Activation.
Yeah, activation, but no more a specific idea. No, I forgot about it. Me can't me. And now I'm for question of answer. Now say ye $1 million at the atoss the best publication this annual money there. Argentina, I'm for so ya now for almost about clubs no. And so you say hey, and a clubs and no more games who they run near no. And no na ye run no answer mutagwe. And so a chena drink kakra at the farm. Na yen bra. And also, HM say, name why pan as you know. I don't know, is it the media? I clubs no, and I Effie, and I saw Premier League no, and so Kosro. No, I'm so Mutagwe.
So, as clubs, we have a responsibility. I think we have a major responsibility to ensure that our product is attractive. There have been debates as to who has the larger responsibility. Is it the clubs? Is it the Football Association? Is it the media? But I hold the view that out of all the proceeds that come from our football, it's the clubs that enjoy the greatest share. If you look at what happens at the stadia where statutory deductions are made, out of the 100% that is collected, all other stakeholders take approximately 45%. 55% rests with the clubs. And that is the basis for which I say, if you're basing it on gate proceeds or proceeds from football, it's the clubs that are the main beneficiaries. And so for me, it's the clubs that have the greater responsibility to ensure that our club football brand is attractive. The FA has this role to play. It's a regulator of the industry.
Okay, enti I mean no, and so no. But abye, minimum sa only no bayadria. Say you can't be as so ball league no. Matches in Europa is supposed to be the clubs. Alpha there, on creating enabling environment clubs no, non-regulating yama. But it's a bad bona kasankasa of our league for the supporters to go to the stadium and watch our games there. On only few says that responsibility in there. Clubs in Oba said
That's a name, great.
Okay.
But one kasa clubs and cause if you know a certain role to play.
And also hono. Na also common I say. Sarge me no why pan as you didn't ye. Is it the media? Is it the FA or the clubs?
Clubs and some clubs in the product.
It also would say now so on only day. Of you say a clubs will not said there. I'm all my candidate. Yes, FA media no. Yes, I said didn't say about who they will, but Casapani the more club because see about them you are gay process no. Do na about more clubs in ho.
That's a
Alpha no better be about no need any kituabi.
Clubs no right. Clubs no responsibility. But one of my clubs no kind that environment, that enabling environment, that clubs.
So no say Alpha no.
That's what I'm saying. And yeah, clubs define ultimate any clubs because omona say be omo bokano and they want to get their investment back. So they make can. Omo ko former signing players, omo ko ese, omo ese nti. Ni na e ka omo pese at the end of the day no mutimi enya scan back nti omo ultimate responsibility no says omo ebo the room man for be hu no mutimi be to mo product which is football no omo produce and I say omo selling no say the bomb betimi enya omo scan back but the obema that enabling environment sa ne mani na be kono ze afi I say okoton ade o wo mpabo okoton o tete mu se den kra na uni baby abeka koton mpabo na e na koton no koton no wan until you back kumasi more pray about race course ni bantama marketing whether group for marketing and more pray because more product they want to sell but the environment is so conducive for them to sell the product. We need that enabling environment and that's a conducive environment to make me a ton product which is football na na say in Pabua na say in a man on person motor no until abani be ye market na mom then they go there and sell. So they make no environment yes environment no class beat me akoton omo product which is football. And see class no was CDS say omo ton football no right. Obi agi tum sa. Mo mo koton no hin. Mo koton football no hin. Environment which setting a class koton football no. The matter say a class responsibility so mobile market home product, There must also be an environment a class meet me a market home product. And that is what the FA must do. That's what the FA must do. Another bizarre question you say, last season, there were a lot of issues. So there be a bomb match you can near banner, you be match no crowd by almost show Facebook crowd now. We had difficulties because FA, Parker, Ngwe say president Ponjabo you say. What who know upon Jabo you say? When you grass upon Jabo you say no.
Bokona abubu
change upon Jabo you say. O say board boss on the money free sa board dead sa. Players some pound mo to parks in na national power. Board upon Jabo you say what's on every ko be say a threat ne be was not was the ko baby. And you won't go for a sa park. No ma certify say a ye good, a say bobo also. Any club license in there,
yeah, club licensing board.
Omonko then omonko shebe ebia. It's because season I see.
Omonko venue
good. Be a team bia, obo bet for Premier League bia and bebo biano. Omonko here the first venue, omonko in the second venue. Ko here the first venue, ko in the alternative venue and that's the second venue. And they come back with a report say, "Are you okay?"
Mimi unu are you okay at the time omuko? Mimi se bia what me.
So omuko se film na afi.
Oh say ye be start season.
Omuko bi.
Oh say I mean na say me na okay.
Ah necessary no kasa
the time belt.
And omuko how many times? How many times do they have to visit? Once before the start of the league, correct facility ni okay. Tiashe league na sina facility na kwa initial na okay no. All of a sudden you okay be man. That means we kwa first instance na okay ni no. There could be a say bobo no osa. Is that what you are telling me?
I'm saying if you okra baby o etimi ka say mo haide ya gia tum but when there monye. Minister what me point
say park be theater of dreams. Theater of dreams.
Ona dreams bomb games.
What park no? Where theater of dreams? Minim da your cromoka. So fresh park theater of dreams. Then I don't know which dream they are talking about. Who dream crowd da your cromoka? And I can give you a list of venues. And yet said this and they can and yet fit for purpose. And yet fit for purpose. You know, Michelle said fit for purpose. They say, what top penny is or the penny better. Not the penny better penny into intro. It's not fit for purpose. Purpose into our top penny is or the better. Now for the penny be roof here, into intro. What water heater. So they be heating you, I will bring. Now they dry, and also they would be tea, coffee, whatever. After the heater, if you don't be roof here, also and so. It heating you. It is not fit for purpose. And most of the facilities here are not fit for purpose. I say a catch from say they are not fit for purpose. But born and yeah, you say bebo be aqua. Yeah, you say boy not fit for purpose because I say a ball league, into bebo league. I say a ball league, into bebo league. I say boy FA Cup, into bebo FA Cup. I say a ball with bebo. Yes, sir. Because of facilities in your world, and you're fit for purpose, just like Vincent is saying. And you're fit for purpose. Ubia and Shayon. Ubia and Shayon says a league. Nobody is forcing us. But they decided to say a bad idea. We must gradually get things right. We can say a year overnight, but we must work at it. Work at it. Last season, and I said 2 seasons ago, maybe a ball match is in Ibino. Last season, one with the same thing. This is where with the same thing. For 3 solid years, nothing will change. See, everybody near the fish is about never win, win. Because football in ball park, so okay, park be crana. Just what would you know, crana? Yeah, do my I won't be saying this. And yeah, do my there are some venues crowd cats have been called Crankaminko. Make up of it. And then I'm going. And then I'm going. And then I make coffee. Then part of make coffee. In TSM, Tracker, fair to Tracker, if we have to Tom Minemusa, since a baby, we are quite be crying. A course in Yanni, a coffee macho. They say we are castle quabico, then I wear. nkrakra ho kra ye yikra na kwan dem si afru kumase akodu nkrakra has for bo match ho kra na enipa se ne kohe has ni kotoko be bo match or Bayern sports enipa se ne kokohe
I think 13,000 so. Yeah, 13,000.
The over 40,000 capacity stadium. Over 40,000 capacity stadium. It is Hassan Kotoko we are talking about. Do to one up with Bibia okay. I'm telling you, say Bibia okay. I didn't think maybe a terminate to be born up park near man. They floodlights when you party time home. Now if you about 13,000, you think everything is okay? I just don't get it. You think everything is okay? Would the idea kwa bonton koton nipa beto ade ne made no kra no esa mama for kwa bepo abo afọ the ade no kusu ade ne nipa metoi then you think everything is okay and sa ne aye league no the bebo season baby you be call the next season you be call the next you be call the next and they may perform sa but we sit down and we think everything is okay. We sit down, we say everything is okay. They are quite sharp, Brofuno, and no league, no, and I conform about this time. And I say, but Brofuno, I had come as from England, for me, Spain, for me, Italy, no one ever come as no. Almost they had the same situation. They had the same situation. And upon a program, I love if I catch Sebzan say England for started complaining about Saudi Arabia for their Saudi Arabia for ECC. Almost almost FNU crowd, make FNU FNU petition FIFA. When is maybe a chem? Na Italy, no mujina so.
At the point they call Germany.
We do Italy. It's in Blamo time, but it's good time. Huh? Bambaston, right card. Huh? Really, Dominion, star players. And it could say Italy were here. Because I can't England, I can't English football, English football, not the same. That's the same. Now, Betty Bar Spain. Real Madrid mo, Barca, Bijinaso, they worked out. We just want to it just happened by chance. No, it can never happen by chance. Someone to one and Yamana, Mohammed, Abeso, no league na ye, and also better Abeso, no league, no, I couldn't level be. No, it's a social ranking crown. We are here, Saudi Arabia, almost also faith. Saudi Arabia,
Alexino,
yeah, in terms of spending, Saudi Arabia also faith. Saudi Arabia has
a 19 billion.
Let me say, Saudi Arabia has
to purchase players.
Saudi Arabia best sign Spain, La Liga, best sign league, na best sign La Liga. Saudi Arabia league, a best sign La Liga. They are gradually working at it. They are working at it. That didn't know Almighty England. I started complaining. I didn't know Pep complaining. I didn't know Klopp complaining. Because most of their star players are going. On a pay program, now as many as bare 15 or 16 solid players. Benzema were free Real Madrid, no. Even though when you know he's a current Ballon d'Or holder. Maybe Sadio Mane, our free Bayern Munich. Oh no, so didn't near town. On the second best. When you know Saudi Arabia is here, would you say dead by chance? It can never be by chance. There's a particular thing you are Omuye Bibi. Yeah, then hey.
Which Omude Niska? Maybe I Niska.
When I can say it's going to be
no, do Avi. Where you sure passes Saudi Arabia League. Say Niska play with Europe. So go Saudi Arabia. Money.
No, I can say when I can say Sikankwane.
Menkasa is Sikankwa. But you make my case 80-70% of players who move to Saudi Arabia League is money.
Now to pay can be no more high.
Yeah, nibi. Because I got on your hands, you scan you.
Sana ya mayaka. You nibi.
You Oscar. Oh, I got on your hands.
I'm gonna say, yeah, Sana you nibi. Oh, you nibi. Fama nyami. Oh, nyami be nibi. Fama nyami be. You can't say nyami be. No, na me na kanso kwa ne ngo no. Ye di nyami be ya sa na eto sa na nyami be de bia na nyami so nyema na eto. Nyame na edi ni atoro so be yaman no nyame nye man be yeso to sa ye hunu se ebi nyame nye ntie se yenso make effort no ye hunu da ye de bia nyame nye na de Ghana fon kwa na nipo we we ase ana na de bia de nyame kwa na nyame na mpa ye na nyame nwe na nyame be ye ne kwa na we ase ne kwa na ye nyame ma Getting Yamibe san, Yamibe san, yet baby, I tell the Yamibe, and I shall be well, and you will be rich, you'll be good, you have a child, you travel, you son ideas, affirmations in quantity to Ghana. We are not working at it. We are not working at anything.
Well, yeah, because I mean, the Mammy Frank say, I'll never cast a World Cup near Coboy, during qualifiers, I need the World Cup proper. Local teams, players are more releasing my the Cobo World Cup. So FIFA more musikabi. Now, me can say, clubs no be and there. When you on the first and the next canaba. But me can say, FNA releases cano. Ama clubs no be and the intimate say, me and Papa. Aladi Karim Guza heavy. Ebenya $18,250,000 for Ayakan Faisa. Same thing to Dreams. Hardwork they near $219,000. Now say, I say Hardwork say Pobiman project Omuye. Obenya Kakra and then players Omuto he says Kaba. Omenya Binsudi omu business kama. Kononsunya 200,000. So what I say I'm say I know so much me aboa kakra. Ama say teams no preparations omo to air the league proper no. I know so bit me aboa. But on avie na de bia meka no. We players omo kobo World Cup qualified there. They all scared their clubs.
No crowd men go.
Yem why not clubs ni nyaka yeso tie. Ye beto akoko d'Ivoire. Ye beto akoko Nigeria. Ye beto akoko even Ali akofo mu player ababo kotoko de has. And compete them.
Yema local players in Kobo Blaster.
No, you sound common cry. But what I'm saying is, saying clubs, almost says so Munyesika. Kotoko has look, or met me attractive player from Ali, TP Majimbe, the money at the Bobby. They will come here and play.
Kotoko has players at the ball blasters called World Cup.
Oh, you sound common. Yeah, Cassicas.
It's kind of one and then this can Huh? Kotoko has players called blasters. Ekobo tournament ko bobo body ba you buy na then this can I'm not saying but me I will always be against Obi Obeka say yeah fanko for na bro for can say the quota na debe I don't even want to
no today discussion we are me so probably dey be do today when with quality and then your league na
because say this season this season your Premier League, Many prophet of doom. I'm telling you, it's going to be worse than last season.
Maybe league na more.
Yes.
A bear worse. Yes. Compared to last season.
Yes.
How?
How's that saying? Me see a bear worse compared to last season. If I come be in swing canary.
Who is it saying? Maybe 1 or 2.
You see, European clubs in be this season. You move to one argument man. What's the last season? Chelsea did 12. What do you say?
Yeah.
Chelsea are to talk to players with Brady Aba, Kofa new coach about Mauricio Pochettino Aba. Ko other clubs no. Manchester United, Wow team, which are more replica jersey. Ko Manchester City. Ko Arsenal. Ko Spain, ko he Barca for the moye. Ko he the Madrid ye. Attraction in no akwa those two countries am abomidino and I said leagues am even so called Germany Bundesliga. Say Chelsea bobo. Huh? Na has no kotoko bobola. I'm telling you for a fact say ko for be kwa Chelsea match than has no kotoko. Unimza.
I disagree.
And you bet you come out means we when you say we say no crab out be why we say we be no be.
As a man make a job.
And the matches are
Croman and do a cotton on the hands. Have you a game and
then you put 13,000 Korean?
Maybe I'm more another game is live on start time.
And because
it will be on but on start time.
Chelsea match and Omer. Omer DSTV. Omer DSTV. Omer DSTV. Over the start time, don't do any DSTV. I'm telling you, say. Chelsea bomb match this time, given what is happening around the team. Chelsea was supporters for Ghana about himself. Manchester United or France, but Liverpool, Arsenal, given what is happening around South 14th, my bobo need. Now, person my outside cry. So more bomb match beer. Your league no suffer. More match be league no suffer. And just my cast asked him say, US, bro, mo best at your Major League Soccer no. omo making sure so omo league ne time omo be start no any established European countries in there no and shots at the same time.
And where them in Toronto, you do me no. Sports minister so can the same thing. Senka a games in yempe a kwanya. Ye babona any ye competing, you know.
Good.
Brands be to say EPO near the no.
Good.
Enkosia. But on avi the problem with the young to see and say. Or the young fan say, you see a games no. Because of a Premier League near games on Bonnet Viania de no. Every day no question you may. And you may never say, who say, your venues are your boy in league matches who he saying all like they bet me a book.
I don't think he agree. I don't think he agree. And then I'll be then I saw ye. What me who say I saw the lights go when you read so the bit about matches in you. And to 1 hour chance and Yamin light in free heaven and miss you back in King. Then you rob a bono. Now coupon and go light in the stadium on a couple ball. Because we have identified the problem. Because the problem solving it's how with problem identification. You have identified who problem is how many now to 1 hour here. Le I didn't so good, I didn't so good. Now to 1 hour here. You are not solving it. You are not solving it. She England for the omuyi. You bobo biano pa. Huh? You be about 11:30. Granade be early morning kickoff. Near the shots about 11:30. Near Bob Miko UCC those times now weekends have a market day of quizzes. Obey a quiz. We Bobby say, ni we say, Bobosa, Behana could do you. Yes, sign contract with SARTimes. SARTimes contract no more crano at the sign. Because we had the opportunity. Una war products and water. And to be one the currency as sell ma the other party and be dictating the amount of I don't get it. Una crowd in out to micro penny and meton penny. Now the other top and move a candy or pay Eddie at me the pen and not the pen. Sometimes I've said they are not doing us any favor. Yamana was I said you hear him to be a baby and a genus. I said so ye favor ye moabi. But more than nobody else say you more.
Because of one example. At a point, Sunday, you know, DSTV no matches. Huh? DSTV league matches. What about the country? Because every time I be a DSTV within the Obi Van Beko. So or cover no bia kwa kutano. Sake of 3 points. Club it to me catch us a member unka. Meanwhile, all club no so what you TV as Canada. A drew time I see a beka go no yenka.
The club club na. Oka so me encha no ye ne den. Club na yasasa obi machine di yafu no ama nipa gumbebre no ma ba be si ho no say omu betwa match na wo so omu momu twa no wo ye ne den. So
that is the situation and the idea ho akwhye mu.
Enti no me pa say authority is for Panis club, but they don't know the club. Or anything. The next time, if I be as deterrent to other clubs and answer that same club, and then are we here?
A trauma should be.
What you also saying? What you also saying? Is it deterrent enough? As such, a deterrent enough say, a money team class or better bonnie be man as saying. Huh? DSV as somehow okay. DSV Magana may use your pitches phone ever DSV. DSV. But wouldn't be into DSTV. DSTV jai omo coverage of other leagues, no. There are not somebody no catch and say. Even in countries where we DSTV or match say Tanzania any other place or we your other matches, no. Omo never be an omoko. Omo selected venues. And why already say with teams in a do one baba bo Accra and also Bayern and also Meko Boise and also Meko Capus. DSV fan a camera and call a theater of dreams who come just up park now. A Punjab you say, whoa, so now Bonnie Ruby said about table tennis. No, they never go there. It's yeah. We know what the problems are. We know the problems. You'll be able to work out what the problems are. You must be a number. Near so you're born in Numra, you need Kania and Ton Kania and Ton. Paul and this can hear talk. Huh? We are near cinema drew, wouldn't me drew a son of now, no drew now. Ubewu. You die. Yari. You see a draw with a num now, Honto. Also, a druid, nobody, a druid, Namibe, Omo, Israel for crossover, Israel for boom. Omo, yes, in the your crossover, Omu. So for Ben also preach what we are saying, oh, yeah, why? Omo, you cry, once Omu.
So you're Daniel League, you know.
Typically say, let's solve our little problem. Make us overnight. Bet you are solving it.
Of course,
but you bear kakaka. Every season be a kakrebi bet you any. Season be a kakrebi bet you any. Kakrebi bet you any. You who near in kwakusi. Near in kwakusi. Did you feel last phrase? About 2 years ago, no, yeah, the bassa every year be annoying at the bassa. Every year be annoying at the bassa. Every year be annoying at the bassa. They be a better because I'm telling you, me, even though I'm part of this project, you know, say you person man for Kopaka, and yet, dear, and then I'm telling you,
I should do more.
I'm telling you, and yet, the name I'm no cry. Problem in your problem, Kitu you. When I'm munko, or go ahead. And I'm Munko na Ghana says some coffee Ghana my some on where and yet that's simple. And yet that's simple. I see a tenacity. Near who near man kitting said light as someone who came near solve your problem war your pictures a quite many bet me a grassy now I come every year be let's get at it crack. The problems be through 1 year to the next year to the next year to the next year to the next year. There be a problem. And I've always said, say football a year product. It is a product, huh? A year product. Ubi per set at all. Ubeko boutique akoto. Ubi per set at all. Ubeko a force like bend down boutique akoto. Even though you know the same set, you know. But there are differences. Yeah. Differences won't be brave in terms of quality, in terms of everything. Said we have a talk of tow, baby. Would you say Suma? Would you say be a Wednesday? They be a Wednesday at the end. But I don't know if you do swim, say, when I say, and we're doing in Abaco. A beautiful bet me a sha, but the eternity. It is a product. And the answer to who football is a product. Say, a nipper be brave, told you, and you watch it. Oh, baby. Now, a nipper bear 20 now, and some women out on the same thing. Which we saw apart and not straight to one particular person. Now, the other 19, I can. You must know that there's a problem. You must know that there's a problem. I didn't tell the nipper 20, as I'm winning out on the same food. Huh?
You told me you'll be so dear and
obedient. I didn't try. And we are not looking at our football like that. You have to say, you have a born in the essay by home, essay by home in Sedi Pakwake. One way do any day, essay by home in Sedi Pavedi. One against society. So one way do any day, but one will born near Makama now, would the animal be soon into would have so digits will be very 20. Over top of the first or next time over to I won't do any Cassia. Or maybe and Sunny Eddie. We have not identified football as a product. Saudi Arabia for the Omuye. Almost human rights, serious human rights issues. But the only football here. Huh? When you say Club World Cup, I want to be a Club World Cup. I want to be a Jeddah, number Kakobo. Jeddah was Saudi Arabia. It's where the golf from the golf here was Saudi Arabia. Even boxing crown, when it comes to some major fights, crown, I want to sometimes echo. Gradually, they are doing something.
Coffee.
Jaro.
I don't know if I said GFS should give the right to GTV to telecast the GPL matches for free, and people will love to watch it. And it will be very attractive.
Which, Ghana Premier League. Adumana
so. Adumande.
Mr. TFE, baby, I said, Mr. Vincent Odoto on Monday. Say, any fit for purpose commodity any at home. Any at home product no and I think it is true. Oshe the year yes and maybe Ghana Premier League anymore. And it starts from the quarters of the FA Rich. Season year we never be one in terms of marketing. You see, marketing is not just about say by game no, not betika or the headline sponsor. Bet power. A headline sponsor no. What you lose a boy. Yeah, machine.
Autumn brand.
It's not what's the up canopy. Now to panel that's not branding. Branding goes beyond that.
Me feel say bet power on Monso and Bois and then the clubs.
You see, Rich, apart from that thing,
because hey, my more a typical example.
Yeah.
Last year, Kodowan can fight out.
Yeah.
I saw bet power. Sabe no omode I come you me share back wo ayo. Ka.
Yeah.
Itu be na.
Namtown.
Omode speakers be agusu na. Moye Kotokoni kim face amram from
Rich
how?
Rich Obi on no sign contract be and have you be catch you. Uno be sign a contractor. 1 year dey na wo pay. So we sign a contractor. So pay we year. So they have to fight for their own good as well. Who expect to bet power. Eba be kwama wo. On pay dey be leverage on wo brand no dey nya ni sika. So how do you also leverage on bet power on your brand and get the money from bet power? And ne big deal no. See, they just signed one contract. And Mekobo another company deal. Obi say, hey, it is the effect of contract no assign. Rich, for me, when we are looking at it from the perspective of marketing, it starts from the clubs and the FA. Pre and post-match press conferences. See, our post-match press conference here in the camera. But the pre-match press conferences, to drive the conversation of the games, it has to start. I stood on the tactical board and make a Pepsi say, but voice to mommy. Then we play the voice until we call any club official. Yenimnia Kotoko can last time Kotoko versus Kotoku Royals. I reported some of the very good tenures. So Bekaya, you interview Kotoku Royals PRO and also you want to Kotoko. Just that voice alone. Obia boy.
So they see drive.
Yes,
supporters to the stadium.
Obia for flyer. Just that interview we did. Now we can call them. Which my country say on person make us our match with. But Kitty said the FA have to sit down and have a conversation. The team has to do a presser. That has to be enforced. Say the FA has to start with that come next season. Now we've seen how Hasselhoff for one. I started with the branding of their players. But I must comment Kotoko started very well branding last season.
Pauli myself for Havertz preseason and FA.
Yeah.
Na mienu kwene.
I'm saying.
Afi we kwanya Havertz asa say your money ma. Look up with my project.
Let me comment Kotoko can start when it comes to player branding. Last season. Spot on from Kotoko. And has to take it the right way. So with Omodeni bigger because of the unveiling of Pobiman. Anyhow, Pobiman is beautiful. How and other take can say baby. Or see, Omutimi Faka. No Makosun Thomas Aquinas Park, so some great training. Omudu one catch him so but Omunchenka Krankophobi bought one chain Timontombo ya, no be training. Professional club. Obechen 1 hour. The bo one chain in ya and some be any training. Again, upon we are ne bas say we kwanso no afre mechanic chief, you cannot say. Mechanic ne bas you brake pad, you assistant brake pad, and send a players na kofi. Rest time, training time, contact with the team, time ben movie. All of these things were missed. Now, almost you see an estate, real estate, like they've already started on hostels. Straight to the training place. No contact hour with any bus driver. No car be say or so also better not feel that you come with your vehicle and the time of reporting you 8.
And apart from that, so your team manager, you can monitor the players.
Exactly.
At the end of the
yeah.
Time ben omuda. And Sanya money na buama.
Very, 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 very important. It's rich. It is a holistic conversation. And it's an DBA make us say, and your club be for and then you have FA for
Ubia else all the goodness.
Every member in the conversation. We've spoken about marketing, football education. At 8 M. See, mind me. Football education, which may say elsewhere. know so much about the game, say a casual conversation and kofodi. And ya de because football education, akwes obi akwakonya masters in law and I say first degree in BB and a HND. And your normal thing obi enya. And obi nya SS certificate. It is there. And we need to start it like that. Because Yanshin here, almost everybody that will get into the football ecosystem is probably going there because, oh, I'm for her, so I need to go there to go and find money. But it has to be a passionate job. That is how the best have become the best. Because I'm passionate. I brought us around much about the game. No? Somebody else will be sleeping. So we need football education to the highest level. And that's on the doorstep of the FA. They are doing some good things. There's a step in the right direction. But it's about timing, how quick they get things done. And what is the priority? Priority is not supposed to be just the Black Stars. Priority, a local league, plus the Black Stars. You do maybe I say autonomy of the league, it has to go on. You say there are issues in raising of funds to even get the league to become autonomous. But if the FA has any role to play in staying away from the running of the league, they should. In staying away from the management of the Black Stars, they should. Not league name running. They should go for their corporate sponsorships. And almost everybody on the autonomous league board on my proposal, led by Togbe Afede, you can tell, say these are all top business people. Branding, management, so that we take away the political part of the game. Which only maybe Adebako yidi game ninya. The seemingly politicking around FA any clubs This club feels, oh, I'm not a nice person to the FA. The FA is not nice to me. Once it's a Premier League and is a corporate entity that's running, now there is no politicking again. The FA share the whole football ecosystem. So the CEO of the league is also running. National teams are running. Then we have a holistic form. Again, Yaka clubs, Yaka FA. We go straight to the doorstep of the ministry. One minister I'm personally not excited about is Honorable Yusuf. To be very honest with you. I think the Honorable former past sports minister Asiama did some very good work. I am continuing. A lot of the work now can rem. I don't know what the plan of this ministry is. But what are their laid down plans? And so Uti your presentation on Monday, at time I lion. He mentioned say any say our start, Minister baby going to a sorry kokakra.
Minister Serekwan.
Yes.
So other engagement in
exactly. And documents in the corner. I hope say he looks through. What is the government plan, holistic plan for the football? Because Rich, you're born. It affects the general Ghanaian ecosystem, general Ghanaian economy. And your football if the FA doesn't exercise, the government doesn't exercise oversight responsibility, the few people over there, they will tell us what to do.
A typical example say Kotobo Baba Stadium.
Yeah.
Na stadium ni yama. O the point
yeah.
The business around Baba Stadium no. Omo mutonsu aduane enam. Otu say to obi bibi. Obi anya adwuma ye.
Sports a major way in driving
the but I don't know.
We've spoken about Saudi Arabia. Now VMR numbers. And you mentioned 9 billion.
Obi kra say as Avie Clemente kwachiri dodo. Konfe ye West Africa ye, odi Tanzania no ne, odi on fe hwe sa league no. No, I think that Mimi can say. Mimi share the plan of government. And a clear-cut plan. The last time no mention of the Maltese League mo, English Premier League mo. In 1992, before they got to it, there is always some form of government intervention. Always some form. I didn't see that government, any ministries, tourism, that will sponsor short, friend is saying, concerts, but they won't for this one because I don't know Benya's coming now. There hasn't been a see Rich, I'll tell you today on authority. No Ghanaian government, go back and look into their manifestos, has had a well holistic plan in developing football. The reason is simple. It is for the long term. They are not thinking of the long term. Almost per short term. We have our Black Stars.
I open yes, when the Black Stars get success, or which one goes, oh, many way. That is not the solutions to our problems. So every government, every sports minister wants the Black Stars, Black Meteors, Yanko way. But that is just papering over the cracks. Real cracks in Honum. And the real cracks is the total holistic development of our football. Your plan is saying as a nation. How long do you want to do this thing? What is the national coaching plan? You adopt the FA4 plan now. How do we get in to help? What is the general perspective from the Ministry of Sports? Say ni ekono. The
philosophy of
so the government has to be in bed with them. They need to take it. The deputy sports minister was there at the time. But how do we embed that with governments? No, moving forward as a people. We are tired of the Black Stars score 200 cities, 300 cities. Where this? That has always been the rhetoric. You but see you moving in the right direction.
I bet you commission.
Yes, then we come back and have a commission. But at the onset, the first step was wrong. And I think the government has to exercise that oversight responsibility. They are football politicians. FIFA gives them a leeway. Into balance one
we had a parliamentarian, MP.
Yeah.
It's in a parliament. I can't say Ghana Premier League.
Yeah.
On the crowd because I read thinking.
A very, very unfortunate.
MP.
Very, very unfortunate statement. And of course,
then Ghana football.
A very, very unfortunate statement. I don't think that should have been said.
Because I say, Javier, you are making a lot of sense with your critical analysis of our game today. Your comparison with the Saudi Arabian League is way beyond the expected. Can you please compare our league to that of African leagues such as the Congolese, Mozambique, Ethiopian, Senegalese, and the other countries in Africa, whom some decade back were nowhere near the Ghanaian league? Our football handlers have never been serious when it comes to the game of football. Keep the fire on. They will for once learn from your analysis. Cristiano, and the same message.
I can't say league bet.
Now,
a plan. A plan.
And it's true.
A plan. I can't say a compare league better than a comparison. I make a plan. Or move vision. A plan. Be your masati. Sana na me hwere na me nkase mfa ye league no compare Saudi Arabia. Then I'll change when it's
Atiro Vidal say the standard of our the standard of play in Ghana Premier League is equal to Christmas gala in Man area. Atiro Vidal. I will say you.
No, what go here Christmas gala Vidal? Oh Vidal.
Na sem grow bobi ho.
E be a kama bruta.
I said nyame and my head they say on the 1st of September. It's now community gala no. Robert who plays them.
They okay. Come on.
But Javier, asama na me kan and no na fifi kan no. Aban no mboa.
Your auntie. Say anyway bi wo hwa me ti ase kwapem say. Emre bi atwa me na history. Na ye president the Frank Kwame Nkrumah.
Yeah.
Nkrumah's style of government was different. I'm all for the elections course, but Nkrumah was not wholly democratic. So they make an answer. And in your more Republicans poaching players from hearts to form a team in the and most of the African winning and I say African Cup winning. I don't want to know about that era. 4 times. Don't want to know about that era. So they make the recent one be a champion in 78 in Libya, they called Libya 82. But I don't want to know what that era because the ideology at that time was different. And I say it's different from the whole CCR. But they say if you a club ownership system, and we a club ownership system. Even when it comes to clubs, there's no real structure in our clubs.
That's true.
You need real structure. Say, offer team beer. This is the general manager. These are the board members. You want real structure. Structure what? Because you're only interested in titles. Founder, the leader, the bank ruler, near for titles be brave. So, who are team negu? Huh? You run team negu
and the Liberty professionals.
Yes. We are running most of our clubs like a sole proprietorship business. One man business. Trying to run your clubs, you know. na me amfa bona diska ko man sesi an na team no rani ade betini as wu a asamato wo ko diska no he
Darling Joe, also Richardo.
So that was three.
It's unlikely for me to listen to your program around this time. But for the love of the game, I don't know what made me listen to the program today. I've noticed NHYIRA FM is interested. Although I've noticed NHYIRA FM is interested in promoting GPR. But Richardo, it won't work. Yes, the program is affecting our sports and politics at the same selfishness, until leaders and so-called delegates put their selfish interests aside in running Ghana business. Nothing in this country will survive. I went in this message, and so at the Abba, I say your friend, Darling Joe, and now this message. At the Abba, what's a game pack? What that?
Your
friend Mula. Aye. So Kwabon, your friend Mula. What is about game pack? Hot the rough. It's a whoop baby. Your castle will be what? High Osa. Oh, Mula game pack. More dead. Now, on say, Canina na omnim loto channel. Who's a loto de boy from 1 to 99. Meboa. But game pack need omunyensa. I know they are chim a 9. Every chim babyano. A from 0 to 9. 0, 9. 0, 9, sir. 4. Now your idea be a funny straight win. Straight win, no young fun say. Ebia first somebody from 0 to 9, opeke 2. Our second chamber, opeke 3. Third chamber, opeke 4. And after the last chamber, which is 4, no, also opeke 5. Now your boy, now unya the same numbers now. Now no a straight win no. Now no nim. Also abinya 5,400. And we imagine says we trying to 10 cities
5,400
times 5,400 also that's no.
Oh, it's 70 years.
Eti says we obi a oni game ho pa dia. Sa game we dey so obi. Your friend game pad e what there. Me say I have 5,400. Ori obi me kan me say a gaming company ben aba Ghana obetu about sa also 5,400. It is your boy we now every other 10 city grand card. Times it by 5,400. You're damn rich. When you see Okuanim, the other day I was about to and will be a canon. No, and you said I'm fast stress be a musa. So a dozen. Now the obey and the order for phone, so phone. Say, war a data said you would bunch the attack on one phone. Yummy, Ubia to be the trebby. Order Bayan say, order for phone, not what star. 946 hash star 946 hash every day beyond you born 3 times. Aye, anopa awia enwumre ni abobo anopa ne 9 awia 12 enwumre 6 ni na no ewo eye Adum TV so enti we game so obi atimi enso ebobi so you obi a wani enso egesane man ho nko ade a ena me kamfo eye game part and the diamanti me say abobo 3 times a day. Our Adum TV so 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. every day now.
So just say loto no here 1 to 9, 1 to 99.
No, and I'm say when you different. So what the compare no now? When you your chum 4. First chamber, second chamber, third chamber, fourth chamber. First chamber no chamber biana numbers that started from 0 to 9. And to one aba peke bako. And you boy we na unya the same numbers now. Na say what di. And I'm say also no kwano 5,400. That's how we unyan baby. I just say game part
bro food there.
I na me twa.
Bro food there 50 no motias.
Hey masa say the na me twa. Enti ene ayade anele enso adwumade no atum twa de na sika pi na manfo enso edi ewo. Me baby lines na ne sa na onso onsetimi akabi extra plus education. Ese oboa mo akosua de ewo abrochire. Etu de wo ba se sa obi bia okukuru nkaka chese onso oye student fabra na akosua wade kama we enye sika sembia free 0246 725909 come say 0243 334894 na munomo eni eye enkomo one expert to say ayade a almost omontak pot no weekly from Monday to Sunday at the morning dinano ayade a omonso etimi bonti Ocom website wa no register kama. Na so nso be register player. Na wa share so abobi. Aya so mo promo code no GA jackpot. Na nya 300% for your first deposit. Na game and nso timi aboa say obia lazy boot and so awo ho. Na bia aye kama. Pinsan TV. Dot training nso ebetimi aboa ama wonya wonsa no adwuma kama. Alata semna bar soap Azuma brew ointment. Charger non bodybuilder mosquito coil. Body cream, soft drink, bread making, and I feel fascinating. And I'm there 16. Niama Makova could drink here, and a day Mama Catcher say, I do my back who says, to me Fantra Ghana. So, Pensan, you may be Fakano, or Pon, office work now. Now they don't want a cajon. Imagine say you're in Pan or Twa. Pan or no 2 year bit made buffy, which was our Tombi, our Bontain. Multiple streams of income. Nancy also wrote to me in Sika, Eddie, maybe I come at Yama 500 cities. For a training fee now registration I call for 50 cedis. 0244 718 557. Yeah, maybe a line so 03220 83581 83582 83583. Maybe time now can in the amamo. Mumra number chamaje. Hello.
Ricardo Suarez Pepe.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Honorable Sapuina, Chamuna. Hey, and the combination of the Maya foreign force on the Nedo, Moya, the Papa Fatlo Beje, and we just my
Gabi Tram. Maybe Nanya Fatlo, Andy Costa.
Andy Costa.
Andy Costa.
Fantastic. Hey, it's up for a movie. Why are they asking? I'm going to some. Then they can say, has a folk, yes, from Allah. Omiro mona pakna to gayo mono mo fasu ni agroketew omo hunu se season ni shasia obi bibi mi wofi mo ni agrosa no mo yesa endle ye ma pakno ba ye hu se kotokone house omo popo a efa we be shasia ba park ama na ye fe na fa choose game no ye start say
na okay ai mula ni ye fa mula oh okay o de ai why you kokra ma mo bo ma ho me say the sika do so po ana wo ha eno na se obia enso edi it is all for penny bi mo bia ntonto na ono nso nkotwa ayimula no bi eye star 946 hash star 946 hash me say also no eye 5400 mula nkwa na benya no so hello hey I saw it then.
Talk about Ricardo.
And I said, you see, start here. I said, oh, person, cabro for me.
Yeah, sir. You know, sir, when I'm coming to your show, yeah, I try to do that for you.
Oh, okay. So let's sing English.
Yeah. Let me get your crew members, and then today you work hard, and then every time you work hard, and then let me greet engineer Kia Dugasu, opposite Kumasi Swambara police station back. Also listening to you this morning. He said, go to anywhere to buy oven and stove, and go to Shisha shop for one person from the house. No one will not go to do that. Go to engineer Kia Dugasu, opposite Kumasi Swambara, and also listening to you this morning. Boss. You see the problem this now. It's a on